Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with the Attack Line for Tuesday, November 29th, 2011. Is it good? Good. Right. Let's get down to business, starting with some sad news to begin today. Stand-up comedian Patrice O Neal has died at the age of 41 after complications from a stroke he had in October. Opie and Anthony confirmed on their radio show today that he had died. He was, of course, known as a stand-up comedian, known for appearing on several shows, including the roast of Charlie Sheen. But I remembered Patrice O Neal as being on like the I Love the shows. Like, I love the 80s, 70s, and 90s. You know, I haven't seen most of his stand-up act, but still it is a sad occasion when someone dies like this, especially someone like Patrice. A lot of people have hit Twitter to honor him. Jim Gaffigan wrote R.I.P. Patrice O Neal, undeniably brilliant. Joe Rogan said R.I.P. to my friend Patrice O Neal, a great thinker, a great comic, and a great human being. He had a truly unique perspective on this world. While Vinny from the Jersey Shore said R.I.P. with Patrice O Neal, you were one of the best. Meanwhile, Charlie Sheen, who was roasted by Patrice, had this to say. The entertainment world, as well as the world at large, lost a brilliant man today. Patrice had that rare light around him and inside of him. I only knew him for the few days leading up to my roast. Yet I will forever be inspired by his nobility, his grace, and his epic talent. My tears today are for the tremendous loss to his true friends and loving family. Thoughts indeed go out to his friends and family at this time. R.I.P. Patrice O Neal. Alright, let's get down to some happy notes. Sticking off with Lady GaGa news. GaGa's on the front of this week's Vanity Fair, but that's not the biggest news of the day. GaGa finally confirmed the release date of a brand new video, Marry the Night, the 5th video off the album Born This Way. She, of course, leaked a sneak peek last week, a prologue. And now she says that the video will premiere this Thursday on E! It'll be a first video post Lorianne Gibson. So, we'll see what GaGa does. You know, the little snippet, like a teaser she released last week, showed her in a gurney a little bit and like a mental ward. So it's kind of a weird scenario. Let's see what happens with the release of the video. Can't wait to see it. I'm always anxious to see anything the mother monster gives to her baby monsters. I'm a fan, so go GaGa. GaGa tomorrow night will be, of course, also at the Grammy nominations concert. I have a lot more on that the next couple days to come, so stay tuned on that. I mean, she's performing opening and closing with Sugarland, as she had tweeted. So a lot of GaGa news today, heading towards Grammy nominations. She'll probably get some, and I'll probably announce the nominations on Thursday. Now, on to other news. Detroit, man. There's a lot of people from Detroit releasing records these days. But a lesser-known Michigan boy, but has been doing well, Mike Posner. Last year, he came out of nowhere with the hit single, Cooler Than Me. And he came back with songs like Baby Please Don't Go and Bow Chicka Wow Wow. Now he is back with this new single, Looks Like Sex. That's the new single. So I heard it today. Decent mid-tempo song. You know, if it was bouncier and didn't talk about sex, I could have played it at schools. You know, I play at middle schools and stuff. High schools, big possibility. But middle schools, I can play sexy and I know it. Yes, it's not about having sex. It's about looking sexy. But if it looks like sex, like, you know what I mean? No way, Jose. The same Mike will be, the album, his new album is called Sky High, I think, or something like that. It'll be out next year. I think the song will be, it's on his website right now. And I think the song will be released as a single. I think December 6th is when it'll be released on iTunes. So keep your eyes out for Looks Like Sex, the new single from Mike Posner. Coming your way very, very shortly. And another big news story today is involving Michael Jackson's doctor. Conrad Murray was sentenced today at a Los Angeles courtroom. He was sentenced the maximum 4 years in county jail. Although they have stated that the sentence may be minimal, may be reduced because of oversaturation in jails. Probably at least 2 years. That's what they're saying. They're saying that there was no probation offered on the table because they think that Conrad Murray is such a dangerous threat for what he did to Michael. I don't want to go on to this. I just want to tell you about what they sentenced him. Like I said, 4 years in county jail, although it may be reduced to 2. And Jackson family felt it should have been longer than that, but still, some justice had been served for that point. So there you go with Michael Jackson's doctor being sentenced today. Now on to sports news, starting with the NFL. I'm an NFL guy too. Like I said, this week was a good week for me football-wise, despite the fact the Bears lost. I'm glad the Giants lost last night against the Saints, and I said all my stuff on Monday's Atakline. But if you're a Lion fan, you're probably in a bad mood after Thursday. Now, there's a lot of talk for the I can't pronounce his name. Sue, whatever his name is. As we all know, he had that famous kick, that stomp on his Packer guy this past Thursday, and he's been confirmed by the NFL today that Sue will be getting 2 games suspension. Then he's going to miss this Sunday's game against the Saints and next week's game against the Vikings. And especially the Lions are 6-4, back in 7-4, back in second place, tie again with the Bears since the Bears lost on Sunday. Who knows what this will do to the Lions in this situation. On to UFC news. A lot of UFC happenings. This week, the Ultimate Fighter finale, which will be, of course, with Michael Bisping fighting. Next week will be Bonesy taking on Machida for the light heavyweight championship. And another championship has just been announced to be on the line. Benson Henderson, following his win over Clay Guida a few weeks back at the infamous UFC on Fox, will take on the man who defeated Gray Maynard in October. Frankie Edgar will defend the title against Benson at UFC Japan, aka UFC 44, will be placed on February 26, 2012. Now, unlike the recent UFC event in Brazil, there's only one Japanese guy on the main card. Not every fight has a Japanese guy on it. It's kind of weird, but still. Other fights on the Edgar Henderson main card will be Rampage Jackson, coming up his loss against Bones back in September, taking on another man who lost to Bones in the fight that propelled Bones to a title shot, Ryan Bader. Other fights include Mark Hunt vs. Jack Congo. Yoshihiro Akiyama takes on the man that lost to GSP, Jake Shields. And Anthony Pettis, the man that hoped to get a shot against Edgar, will now take on Joe Lozon. We had Henderson and Pettis on the same card because they were the ones that fought for the title. And Benson lost to Pettis that would give him a title shot against Edgar, but it's been a lot of delays, so Edgar will defend against Henderson. So there you go. Now, little WWE news for you today. Royal Rumble. A lot of Royal Rumble news. I know we're heading towards TLC in a couple weeks, but don't only talk about Royal Rumble. Now, the rumors were flying about Triple H and Kevin Nash being at TLC, but it's now rumored that it won't be at TLC after all. They're saying a long-awaited Kevin Nash Triple H match will take place at the Royal Rumble in January. And also we found out, according to the local papers in St. Louis, that it will be back to 30 competitors after last year's 40. No official word from WWE about whether or not it will be 30 or 40 participants. But we'll probably find out in the weeks and months to come. Royal Rumble is in January. I think it's like January 20-something. Forgot the date, but there you go. We're going to end the day with TV news. Glee. After 1 week off, Glee is back after taking the week off. Now, as we left off, Santana kind of came out of the closet. Well, not by her old will. She had a conversation with Finn. Finn found out she was gay. And the conversation was reportedly found out by a person running against Sue in the same campaign for Congress or whatever she's running against. And the last image we saw from Glee was a bitch slap by Santana on Finn. What kind of drama will unfold tonight on Glee? Find out tonight at 7 Central on Fox. SmackDown Live tonight on Sci-Fi at 8. I'll be watching both. I'll give my thoughts on them both tomorrow. And that is it for the Atakline today. I'll see y'all later. With that in mind, you have been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you very much. See ya. Yeah.